Okay, this week is Parshas Shelach, in which Moshe Rabbeinu sends a delegation to the Holy Land as a prelude to the entry of the children of Israel into it. There's a substantial discussion as to what is the purpose of it. There are those that say that it's a military expedition for the purposes of reconnaissance. There are others who say that it's to establish that the land of Israel is in fact a good land. House hunting type delegation. And the third point of view is that really it's completely unnecessary that Avraham Avinu went to the land of Canaan on Hashem's instructions as an act of faith, and really the whole nation should do the same. Okay? But nevertheless, what we learn is something about what it is that makes Eretz Yisrael or any place a good land. Now, it starts off in Bamidbar Yud Gimel Yud Ches Techav. Says, and Moshe Rabbeinu says, you should take a look at the land and see what it is. Mahu. Okay? Ves ha'am ha'yoshev aleim. And the nation that dwells upon it, are they strong or are they weak? Are they many or are they few? Now, what is the basic idea in this is you have a decision about the land itself. Is it good or is it bad? And this is an example, or it could be two characteristics. But the basic idea is that the land has an influence on the people who live there. As a result, Rashi discusses it and says, is this a land that grows healthy people, or is it a land that grows sickly people? Is it a land that facilitates a large population? Is it a land that facilitates a small population? Okay. It continues that it says, in what is the land? The question of in what is the land is going to be asked 3 times. Okay. That the people are dwelling in it. Okay. Is it good or is it bad? And ha'arim. What about the cities? Are they machanim, open cities, or b'mitzarim, or are they fortified cities? So the idea is twofold in this case. Is to look at it from when it says is it a good land or a bad land, not from the influence of the population and what it subtly does to the people, but from an agricultural standpoint. Does it raise nice crops? Does it have well springs coming out? Does it have precious metals? Does it make people rich? Does it make them poor? Is it a land of plenty? In terms of the type of cities, it's again the influence of the land on the people, to a certain extent its surroundings. That if people live in fortified cities, in other words, you have fences around your cities and you have an army base here and a checkpoint here, all because you're afraid that the enemy is going to attack. Okay, that would be a negative aspect. Or high security, you have bars on your windows, an iron door, a high quality lock that you keep locked all the time. Okay, the idea is that the person's afraid they're going to be robbed by criminals or attacked by maniacs. It's an issue of security. What type of neighborhood is this that we're getting into? Okay. And it continues, and is the land, is it shmena? Is it a rich land, or is it a lean land? Again, it's repeating some of the issues before, and it also says, are there trees in the land? Now, you've got various commentaries on that issue. The idea, again, is agricultural. Do you have all sorts of trees that produce very nice fruits? That's the simple understanding of the pasuk. Rashi discusses the idea of a tree is compared to a tzaddik, and he specifically says that do the Canaanites have an ish kashir, a proper person, that his merits will defend them. The idea being that it's we're not going to really take Eretz Israel because we're militarily more powerful. We're going to be taking it because either the children of Israel are righteous or that the Canaanites are evil. It's one of the aspects of taking it that you win a war based on the merits of the people. But the idea also is the idea of tzaddikim. Does this land raise up righteous people? Okay. So it comes out that the type of land that a person would want is one that is rich in natural resources and one that has the people dwell securely, a land that produces people who are healthy, wealthy, and wise, and a land that produces righteous people. This is the aspect of Psalm 37, where David HaMelech talks about dwelling in the land of Israel, where he says, trust in God and do good. Dwell in the land and shepherd the faith. Nourish your faith. He continues later on, verse 11, that the humble will inherit the land and that they will delight in the abundance of peace.